Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have to get ready today anyway, so I thought we'd make it a video. I must forewarn you if you hear any weird noises in this video. I use the cat scratching post as a table whenever I'm shooting, and I set it up and I put all my stuff on top, and then Lena decided to climb in it. Also, getting ready today gives me a great opportunity to talk to you about how freaking hilarious it is to watch the downfall of the big YouTubers. Big YouTubers, I should say, actually. Like, I was never a fan of, who are the other two? Nikita Dragon and Gabriel Zamora. I don't know. I was just kind of indifferent towards both of them. But I really don't like Laura Lee or Manny anyway. And I really just haven't. I watched Manny for a while back in the earlier days of his channel, probably up until shortly after his Makeup Geek collab. I really liked that palette. That was around the time when I stopped watching Manny. Because you could almost see him get less genuine and more up in his own hype and more up in the hype of the beauty world. And you could see him lose what I liked about him to begin with. And then Laura, I apologize if this comes off super rude, but she just always struck me as so unintelligent. The things she said and the choices she made, she just like always struck me as this is not a smart girl. So once those tweets came out that she tweeted in 2012, you know, I'm always one of the first ones to give James Charles the benefit of the doubt because he's so young. Laura Lee was my age in 2012. She was like 24. She would know better, but she probably didn't know better, but she should have known better, and that's kind of, you know, the point. But I almost think this whole situation would have gone away by now, and Laura would stop losing subscribers and all this if they would all stop making apology videos. But they're so much fun to watch. Laura's apology video is enjoyable for an entertainment factor because, like, it's just 4 minutes of her screeching at a camera, like, honestly scream crying. No actual apology is really made in that video, except for the one to Jeffree Star. It's just not a very good video. I think most people would agree with me when I say the only one who really did a decent apology is Gabriel, because he took responsibility for what he did, said, this is all my fault to begin with, basically. And then I love that he spilled the tea a little bit, like, just dragged Manny and was like, listen, Manny's kind of a terrible friend. I mean, look what happened with Patrick Star, look what happened with Jeffree Star, blah, 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 like, all this, and it's just like, here's the thing, Patrick Star is a different case to me, because I actually really like Patrick Star, but sometimes I can't do his videos because he just has so much energy. Like, I'm such a grumpy old lady that when I watch someone who has so much energy, I'm exhausted. I can't do it. But I do watch a lot of Patrick's videos. I always have. His MAC collections have been gorgeous. Like, I really have genuine respect and love for Patrick Star, which is why it really made me mad, frustrated, if you will, when his friendship with Manny just seemed to dissolve out of nowhere just after it seemed to outsiders that Manny had wrung Patrick's resources dry, and then he moved on to Jeffree, and now he's, you know what I mean? He really does just seem like that kind of guy. And then Manny's apology video is the one that makes me the most mad, because if you weren't paying attention, it almost looks like a real apology video. Like, there are times where he says the sentence, and I take full responsibility for that, but does he really? Because the whole video is him just whining about how he's a terrible communicator and how all these things keep happening because of miscommunications. Like, I would hope at almost 30 years old, you would learn how to communicate so that people don't hate you all the time. And not only that, but he's talking about how much he doesn't like confrontation and blah, 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 which I understand completely. I mean, who really likes confrontation other than me? But because of his dislike for confrontation, he pushes the people who hurt him away, his friends, rather than confronting them about it. And I'm just like, what? I would hope that your love for this person, who is apparently, your best friend, Jeffree Star, who pretty much single-handedly gave you, your makeup company, gave you everything you have now, I would like to think that your friendship with this person is stronger than your fear of confrontation. Especially when Jeffree, you know, love him or hate him, he seems to have a pretty level head on his shoulders. I don't think I've ever seen him lose it. He, you know, even when he's being shady or whatever, everything seems very smart and very calculated, and I think if you were his friend and you had an issue and you went to talk to him about it, he'd probably listen. This is just another really big public situation where I think Jeffree Star is coming out on top again. Do you remember when Kat Von D randomly just, went after him? I think he won that one, too, for a similar reason why he wins this one, because it was completely unprovoked. And also this time, you know, that series with Shane Dawson had just come out. Everybody loved Jeffree. Jeffree was, talking about, this is empty. I'm having a great time. Everyone was just talking about it, you know, should we forgive Jeffree Star? Blah, blah, blah. You know, people were finally starting to be on Team Jeffree again, and then, like, people who aren't even, like, half as famous as Jeffree come after him. Like, what a terrible idea, Gabriel. What a terrible idea. Love Jeffree or hate Jeffree, you know, if you don't like him, just leave him alone. Let him be. Don't ruin your friends' careers like that. But I guess Gabriel has gained a substantial following since this, so he does say in that video he didn't really want to be friends with Manny and Laura and all them anymore, so, I mean, really, he's done nothing but benefit from this whole situation. But what I do love, though, is that he apologized to Jeffree Star first. Like, he said he texted Jeffree, they had, like, a really long phone conversation, and he apologized there before he really did anything publicly. I got massive respect for that. That's how you do it. You apologize to the person you hurt first, and then you go from there. You don't just, like, give them 20 seconds in your half-assed YouTube video. Laura, Manny. Make sure in the future that when I have to apologize for something, inevitably, because I'm an idiot, I sit on the floor, I have a white hoodie, that whole no makeup, that whole situation. Like, make sure I do it right. Did I tell you how much I hate filling in my eyebrows? I really hate it. It's really something I don't enjoy. So I just bought these nude sticks at the Sephora sale the other day, because I really wanted a cream blush. And so that's what we're going to use it for now. But there's 2 shades in here that I'm pretty sure look exactly the same. Like, those don't look any different to me on the end. So we'll use the shade Pixie. I'm not really totally sure how to do this. How do I just kind of like that, and then pat it in? Well, that was easy. I knew I wanted a cream blush for a reason. Because they're cute and they're easy to use. That's cute, right? Do I really need a bronzer? Yeah, I really need a bronzer. So anyway, the point I was trying to make through this whole Laura Lee Mania MUA thing is this is like a pattern. In the sense that, how come every time something is like supposed to be happy or supposed to be fun, it seems to bring out the frickin' worst in people. Before Sailor Moon resurged, if you will, for the, whatever it was, the 20th anniversary or the 25th anniversary, and it was like this small little community on Tumblr, we had a freaking blast. Like, we used to have so much freaking fun. And then the 25th anniversary was announced. And then all these people who forgot how much they loved Sailor Moon in their childhood came out to play. Which is fine. The more the merrier, in theory, right? It just, like, it got ugly so fast. Like, people fighting with each other about nothing. Nothing. Things that were so insignificant. What was supposed to be this, like, internet fandom of, like, a fun anime and nothing too serious and whatever became just, like, a shit show. And I know every fandom probably has that, like, where it gets too big for itself, and then there's, like, assholes who don't really know what they're doing or saying in there, but I feel like when it comes to, like, the things that are supposed to be about love and beauty and friendship and that sort of thing, like, it always just, it's the worst. Like, I don't know why. Look at the whole brony thing. And I'm not saying that all male fans of My Little Pony are bad, but enough of them are bad enough that, like, actual little girls couldn't Google My Little Pony anymore without getting gross pictures. Like, believe it or not, you can be an adult and be emotionally, like, mature. You can do these things. I believe in you. But people just seem to have a hard time with that. I was going to say Lena's back, but she never really left. She really just went over there to get a snack. My mom and my stepdad went on vacation for the week, and they took the dogs. So this house is going to be, like, silent the whole time. It'll be so nice. So what do I do with my eyes? I really like that nude sticks as a blush. Camera, how are you already dying? I just replaced the battery. So we're just going to use the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, because I can. We're just going to do something sort of easy and simple. I don't really think I'm doing much today, so we'll try to keep it pretty easy peasy. I bought this palette. I have a whole, like, review video on this palette going up soon that, kind of explains the whole story, but I found this palette in Winners, actually. Can you believe that? This is kind of weird for me. I haven't worn, like, a real full face of makeup in a while. Like, other than shooting my Yes or Yes video, last week or the week before, whenever I shot it, I have not put on that much makeup in a long time. Without giving too much away, I really am excited, like, really excited about something that we're doing on my channel in a little while. I really hope you like it, because I worked really hard on it. Like I said My favorites video hasn't gone up yet, has it? No, it hasn't. But I said in my favorites video that that's why my creativity in my channel has kind of not been there. We've been doing more like musy stories and that sort of thing because all of my creativity, which is not a lot of creativity that I have, but whatever creativity I have in me has been funneled somewhere else. And I'm kind of nervous for you to see it, but I'm also excited, I think. It's a good nervous. My stomach is making so many freaking weird noises. I kind of think I don't want to wear liner. I was going to put on liquid liner. Sorry, my eye's goobing. My eye's goobing, which is the end of the sentence. Why I don't think I want to put on liquid liner. Maybe I'll take the shade Bonbon down here. We'll just put that all over my lid. Call it a day. Oh my god, I hate to bring this up again, but it just makes me laugh. One of my favorite things Manny says in his whole apology video is like, he's like, why should I apologize for a miscommunication? He just says that like over and over again. Why should I apologize for a miscommunication? It's like, because that's what you do when something is miscommunicated and someone gets hurt. You apologize for it. As someone who is a massive bitch in her heart, even when I'm trying to be nice sometimes, it comes off mean. And it's something that I have, this sounds like I'm making this up, but I promise I'm not. As someone who has been genuinely, like, trying to be nicer over the last X many years, like, I'm not kidding, it's been my New Year's resolution, like, every year the past 3 years is like, hey, be nicer. If you say something and someone takes it in a way that you didn't mean it, you still have to apologize for it. Well, I didn't mean it that way. That's not good enough. Clearly, they were upset by what you said. I've referenced this Louis C.K. quote before, and I'll use it again. If someone says that you hurt them, you don't get to decide that you didn't. The amount of times in my life that I have apologized for saying something mean when I didn't mean it to be mean is a lot. There's a lot of situations like that. But it's because it sounded mean that I apologize for. It doesn't matter how I meant it if I didn't mean it to hurt. It still did. Especially with a miscommunication with your friend. Like, that's when you really sit them down and you apologize. And you're like, I never meant it that way. I'm so sorry that it sounded like that. And I learned from this and I'll do better. Like, that's what you do. It's another reason why I will give James Charles a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Because he, like, even, like, with that tweet with the disabled thing, like, he obviously didn't mean it that way. But he apologized anyway. Sort of apologized, but whatever. Close enough. A better apology than Manny's. I'm making a mess. But what else is new with me and mascara? Oh, shit. Look at that. Look what I just did. I missed the... Why am I allowed to be alive? I don't think I told you, but the shade I use for highlighter, like, look at that. Man, is this butter pecan shade in the bottom of the Sunny Sweet palette. Have you listened to Sweetener yet? If you have, what's your favorite song? Don't ask me what my favorite song is, because honestly I don't know how I would ever pick one. It's like, my instant reaction is Good Night and Go, and then my second instant reaction is R.E.M., and then God Is a Woman, obviously. Like, I don't get it. What song on this album am I not supposed to like? So if you don't have a favorite, I don't blame you. But if you do have a favorite, I want to know, can you show me? Alright, I think the last step of this look is lips, right? If you can even call this a look. This kind of just turned into like a amped up version of how I look every day. My palette drawer is heaping again, and over there where I keep my lipsticks is also, like, just a freaking mess. So I'm gonna have to, I feel like I upload a declutter video, like, every month, but I'm gonna have to do it again. And anyway, I guess this is my finished easy peasy makeup look. No liner, because my eyes are gooping. I did go to the eye doctor, and he told me that it's just my tear ducts are, like, plugged. So I have to sit with, like, warm washcloths on my eyes morning and night. And I guess I haven't even been doing that adequately, because I'm still gooping everywhere. Whatever. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And I'll see you next time. Bye!